Welcome to the WBB Mason Coaches Report. Hofstra women's basketball head coach Krista Kilburn-Staveski is out of town today, so filling in is associate head coach Faisal Khan. Thanks for joining us, Coach Khan.
Thanks for having me, Amanda. Appreciate it.
Thank you. The Pride suffered a pair of tough losses on the road this weekend to James Madison and William & Mary. Coach, just give your kind of overall assessment on this weekend.
Yeah, I thought Friday at JMU was a great place to compete. A fantastic atmosphere. It wasn't as loaded in the stands as we have played in front of in the past, but I thought it was a great atmosphere, and I thought our players came out really in the first first quarter. I believe at the end it was 22-16, really a high-scoring affair. And then we settled down, played a little bit more defense. They did as well. Ended up being a 9-point contest at halftime, and eventually JMU did a good job of pressing us a little bit. We got into some foul trouble, gave us a little bit of a hard time, and we ended up losing the contest on Friday night. But a great place to compete, and I thought we found out a couple of things about us on the rebounding front, on the defensive front as well, and then just need to improve our turnovers, which is what was our Achilles heel as well on Sunday as well at William & Mary. We had just beaten them by 10 at home about 9 days or 10 days prior. And then we came out okay, played well, but once again, and it wasn't the press, it wasn't something that William & Mary did, even though they're a very well-coached team. And same thing with JMU. We just felt like chucked the ball around a little bit too much and didn't share it enough. And the unforced turnovers end up leading. I think Friday night it was 32 or 34 points off our turnovers for JMU, and I believe on Sunday it was somewhere in the teens, maybe 16 or 18 points off of turnovers. And in a 9-point contest against William & Mary, 10-point contest, that's hard to overcome.
Micaiah Karosky got her first career start Friday night at JMU and scored 18 points.
Yep.
What did you see from her Friday night and all weekend?
Micaiah's been working hard in practice, and I think she was really, really excited, and I think she's always been bought in. But as her role has increased in practice, as her role in the games has increased, I believe our next opponent, UNCW, when we played them on January 7th, it was one of the first games in conference that Micaiah got a true opportunity to compete and have lots of minutes, and she made the best of them. And slowly, this whole month of January, she's been coming along really well, not just defensively but I think her conditioning has improved tremendously. She definitely catch it on the block and do something with it. And then she's been really good paying attention to detail for the scout, regardless of who's presenting it. And so, yeah, I think the sky's the limit, and we're very, very excited to have another person like Micaiah in the post rotation.
At William & Mary, Hofstra got off to a 6-0 run at the beginning.
Yeah.
Has that been something that the coaching staff has emphasized, trying to get a quick start?
We want to obviously have a quick start. 3 games ago against Drexel, we started off quite dismal. I think we were down 9-0 maybe. So it would make common sense. You don't have to be a basketball coach to go, hey, let's have a good start, right? So that's always the goal, is to have a great warm up, is to be dialed in, to be focused in, and to come ready to go beginning of the game, whether you're home, whether you're away. In a place like JMU, you just spoke about this past Friday, you always want to be ready. So I thought we were quite ready to go in that one, and we were ready to go with Mary. It's just, once again, the turnovers as the game went along. Our turnovers just kind of had a bad impact on our ability to score consistently. Hey, we didn't even have a chance to get a shot up, so those things hurt. But yes, that's always been an emphasis, and I think our players are doing a good job of that.
Another strong weekend for Boogie Brzezowski. We've heard Coach Kilburn-Staveski's assessment of her play so far. What have you thought of what she's been able to bring to the team?
I think, and I've said this on the halftime and the radio shows after the game as well, in post-game interviews, but Boogie's definitely brought a focus on continuing to play hard, and added that. You can put her on a specific guard and say, hey, go guard so-and-so, and maybe we can contain the basketball. We don't have to give extra help. She has that ability. She has leadership qualities. She loves defense. She loves taking charges. That's something that she did from coming over from high school at Lehigh for Coach Slater. With all that said, I think she's slowly coming into her own since St. Bonaventure, and we've played, I believe now, 9 or 10 conference games, so she's had about 10 or 11 games under her belt, but she's slowly come along in terms of what offenses to run, when to run them, who has the hot hand, and so it's good for her, obviously, to have Krista continue to, give direction in terms of what offenses, things of that nature. But there's times where I think Boogie is quite capable of just running the show and getting people in the right spots and running offense. And like I said, defensively, she's a maven. So we love her, and hopefully we'll just continue to get better. We're happy that she's going to finish out the year this year, and then we have one more year with her.
Only one game for the Pride this weekend.
Yep.
UNCW on Sunday. How does it affect kind of the routine to only have one game, and what have you seen? What are you seeing from UNCW now, the second time playing them this season?
Good question. In terms of the routine, we've done this in the past where maybe we've had one game a week, and so typically we try to do, instead of practicing 5 days in a row leading into a game, we are in February now. By that time, we'll be in February. But first week of classes, the players have gotten their books. Yesterday was the first day, today's the second day. So obviously getting acclimated back to kind of the structure of classes, being in semester. I think we'll do some sort of a pool workout. We'll do obviously individual film sessions, some individual court work with the players, and then we'll get back to it probably Thursday and Friday and have 2 or 3 days of strong team practices, and then we'll be prepared for Wilmington. As far as what Wilmington is doing, they've just been competing, playing hard. First year head coach. They've had a tough time in conference, finishing a few games, but man, they compete, they get after it. They have 6 or 7 players that could start. Suggs, I believe number 13, lefty, 14, Tate, lefty as well. They gave us a hard time at their place, and we were able to squeeze out a win by I think 9, but they were up 20-10 at the end of the first quarter at their place. So for us, they present a few different matchup issues. Their 4s are truly like stretch 4s, stretch 5s, can get out and shoot the 3 ball, so we're going to have to be connected on a ball screen defense. And then they give you a couple of different looks defensively, a little 1-2-2 in the half court, some man. They play JMU and Drexel mostly man, so and then they press a little bit. So a whole array of basketball looks that they'll throw at us, and they'll play Northeastern, I believe, Friday night, and then they come to us, and we'll play them on Sunday. So as much as we can say we'll be rested, we'll be ready, bottom line is sometimes you never know in this conference how they have a great game Friday night, and they use that to kind of trampoline into our game. So we have to be alert in terms of our practice habits and what we do on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday to get ready and get prepared, and then Sunday hopefully we'll have a great 2 p.m. game, and then apparently there's a Super Bowl national holiday or something on Sunday night, so we'll be ready.
Hofstra hosts UNCW at the David S. Mack Sports and Exhibition Complex at 1 p.m. on Sunday. This has been the WB Mason Coaches Report. Thanks for joining us today, Coach
Thanks,
Todd.
Amanda. Appreciate it.